So this is the GolfZone TwoVision Golf Simulator. By far one of the coolest golf simulators I have ever seen in my entire life. It has everything from a fully movable floor to different grass and lies. It even has an automatic tee and ball retrieving system. And best of all, it has super realistic graphics. Now there's been a ton of demand for it since it was first released, so much so that there's only just a handful in the United States. And in today's video, we're going to be going to Troon Golf headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona, because we've been given exclusive access to find out if this really is the most realistic golf simulator ever made. So let's do this. Over the past couple of years, we've seen a bunch of golf simulators hit the market, but you're probably asking yourself, who's GolfZone? Well, GolfZone is actually the #1 golf simulator company in the world, with locations in some 63 countries and over 12,000 commercial sites. Just in 2022 alone, over 87 million rounds of golf were played on their simulators. So if you think about that, that's pretty insane. And what's really cool is that GolfZone actually hosts 2 professional virtual golf tournaments each year, with a total grand prize over $3.5 million. So as you can see, GolfZone really knows and loves the world of virtual golf. So you might be asking yourself, why is the TwoVision the most realistic golf simulator in the world? Well, first off, it has a fully movable swing plate. So this plate can actually move in 24 different directions. So instead of having just up, down, left, and right, the simulator actually allows for the hitting area to be in a different slope and a different setup depending on where you are on the course. And what's really cool is the ball can actually be above or even below your feet. And what I really like is it has its own control pad on the floor. So the fully movable swing plate actually has 5 different types of lies and turfs. So first up is we have the fairway mat. Now this is the striped green area. Now next we have the light rough. So it's a little bit thicker than the fairway mat. Then we have the heavy rough. And as you can see, this is much thicker and the ball really starts to sink into the grass. Now next up is the fairway bunker. Now this is the white area. Now when you put the ball in this area, the ball sits on top and only goes in a little bit, similar to what you would see to a nice fairway bunker. And last up is the greenside bunker, which I really feel is my favorite. And when the ball goes into these bristles, it almost like gets absorbed into the fibers, very similar to hitting the very fluffy, thick sand. Now I've never seen a golf simulator that has a fully movable floor with 5 different types of lie, giving you the ultimate in indoor golf simulation. A really cool feature with the TwoVision simulator is the automatic tee and ball retrieving system. Now the way it works is once the ball hits the screen, the ramp is actually slanted so the ball rolls down, goes into a lower feeder area, which will then later go into the teeing system that automatically pops it up for your next shot. Now the reason why the TwoVision is able to give such highly accurate data is thanks to the 2 cameras the system has. Now the red light above my head is one of the cameras, and this is the top-down camera. It also has a sensor on it. Now the second camera is actually built in the kiosk, and it's this blue light right in this area here too. And what's really cool is that it gives us a ton of useful information on both ball and club data with no latency. Now this information includes carry, side spin, ball speed, club speed, height, launch angle, club path, face the pass, spin rate, and a whole lot more. And you can actually use any golf ball with the TwoVision. So if you're a Titleist player or a Callaway player, it doesn't matter. You don't need any kind of special balls because this simulator can use them all. And once you're ready to hit a shot, what also these cameras do will record both a top-down view and a side view at the moment of impact so you can see exactly what happened, which is shown both on the screen and on the kiosk. And when you're in range mode, it'll actually record your entire swing and save it to the cloud, where you can go ahead and later view it either at GolfZone or on the GolfZone app. Now how cool is that? With all this amazing tech, I can see why people are calling this the most realistic golf simulator on the market. Hey guys, I really hope you're liking the video. Can you please do me a favor and like and comment down below what your thoughts are on the GolfZone TwoVision Golf Simulator? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I just love giving away the golf gear I review to my subscribers. All right, so now that we know more about this amazing simulator, let's have a little fun and play with it. So the first thing we're gonna do is hit start button. It's gonna take us to a screen where you have to either log in or you can be a guest. So here I'm a guest because I don't have an account. Now if I had an account with GolfZone Social or with the GolfZone app, I can actually log into my account, and that's where I actually save all of our data, including our shots from previous rounds, doesn't matter what location you're at, it's everything in there. All right, so right now it's saying that I'm an amateur. Here I can change whether I'm a pro, an amateur, what kind of tee box I want to do, the tee height, right or left. Now it comes to right or left. I'll be using the left-hand side if I was a lefty, but I'm not. I'm a right-handed player, so I'll be using the right-hand side of the simulator. And once everything's kind of done, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check two things. Either we're going to do tournament, and that's where we actually get to play golf, or we're going to go to the driving range. But first, before we go play a round of golf, let's go check out the driving range just to see how cool it really is. Okay. So one thing that's really cool about the driving range is you actually have multiple ranges you could use. So here we have driving range, which would be our normal driving range. Next up, we have approach area, where you can do approach shots, and then you can actually move your location and your distances just to work on approach shots, which I think is awesome because that's something I really need to practice at. And then lastly, we have the putting area. It puts you right to the putting green, and again, you can move the ball location to practice different kinds of putts. But let's go ahead and go through each section to see how they work. Okay, so right now we're on the driving range. I'm using my driver. I have driver set on the system, and let's see how I do. So a little bit of a draw there. That's cool. I hit 250 yards and total distance, a carry of 237. As you guys can see, there's my recorded shot. That will be saved in my account if I had an account. Now, how cool is that? Now, if we look at the screen too, it actually shows here on the screen what happened. So I did hit the ball completely flush, right in the middle of the face, which is crazy. It actually shows the arc of my swing, which looks pretty darn good if you ask me. And I had a slight little open face angle to the left, and that's why the ball went left. So here we see our ball speeds at 150, our head speeds at 104, our smash rate is 1.44, and a backswing of 216. So there's a ton of data points here, and as like I said before, if you have an account, this saves all into your account so you can review it later on. Super, super cool. But let's go ahead and move to the approach area. All right, so right now we are on the approach area. It's just about 153 yards out. I'm gonna hit my 7-iron. I'm gonna see if I can get this on the green or close to the green, and let's see how I do. I was a little bit toey. Something I've been working on. Right yardage, about 160, a little bit too hard, but as you guys can see, let's see what happened here on my swing. I pulled it a little bit to the left, probably put the side spin on the ball, but I mean, as you guys can see, that's pretty realistic. Let's do one more, just for fun. Ready. I think get closer. All right, so here it is. Oh, look at that money shot. Oh, too much again. Dude, my one carry is 155. That's crazy. A lot better shot. I lost a little bit of back on my swing there. But as you guys can see, great way to keep on practicing over and over again with your approach shots. Now, if for some reason we want to move, all we have to do is tap the floor, and it will move our location. So 164, 153, 130, 120. You know, if I want to do 98, let's say if we want to do a sand wedge. But this is a fast and fun way just to practice. Oh, look at that shot. That's awesome. I've been practicing a lot. So as you guys can see also on the screen, it shows you your face angle, where the ball hit the club. I mean, this is next level technology. I just cannot believe how awesome this is. So again, this is the approach section. Now lastly, we have the putting area. So next up is the putting area. And as you guys can see, we're gonna put the ball on the putting green, or more the fairway area, and about 65-yard putt. Now that's a pretty far putt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up our shot. Let's see how this thing goes. Ooh, too much. Slow down, please. I mean, that's not too bad of a putt. 65 yards out, it'll be a two-putter. Again, you see the camera angle, you see me putting, you see my stroke, and you can practice that shot over and over again. Now, if you want to do a practice your shots closer, again, you tap the floor. You know, here's a dreaded 9-foot putt. We all miss it. What really matters, you know, you're on for birdie. You're gonna take that shot, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna get birdie, and then you screw it up. Oh yeah! So that's so awesome. Again, you get the video footage of the putt. You can see what you did, right or wrong, and that's just an awesome way to practice your game. Now, again, if you want, you go back to the driving range. You can switch whatever club you want to use. But on top here, you know, and just keep on practicing. The thing also right now is it doesn't really know who I am. So if it did, it would be saving all that in the system. So now we know more about the driving range functionality. Let's have some fun and go play some golf. All right, so now we're back to the main screen. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go to next. And it's gonna say retrieving tournament information. So here, we're gonna play a stroke, we can play a tournament, we can play network match, we can play with anybody around the world, we can play for money. It's pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and play stroke game by myself. And here, we get to pick any course. Now there's hundreds of courses on this system. So there's different ways you can sort it out. You can do by course difficulty, the green difficulty, what's really popular, the course name if you know exactly what you want to do. Lastly, you also can go by continent. I mean, there's every continent here. So let's go ahead and go to America, so I probably recognize more of the names of these courses. And here you kind of just scroll through until you find one that just catches your eye. I mean, look at Pebble Beach, that's crazy. And there's tons and tons and tons of courses here. And they're all popular courses. So let's go ahead and play, I don't know, what do you guys think? Bethpage? Let's do Bethpage, why not? It's probably really hard and I'll probably stink, but it's okay. Yeah, we'll use that guy. He'll be our caddy today. Now here, before we go ahead and play around, you can different kinds of play type. You have stroke, Stableford, you have New Perio. You also have different play conditions. So conceived in 5.74 feet. So that means there's going to be a circle around the hole. If you give them a circle, it's going to give you an automatic putt, so you don't have to putt a million times. But you could turn that off if you want and just putt until you make it and make it like a real game. Green conditions will be medium. Now, my friends here over at Troon told me what I should do is actually go swing plate and go difficulty. And that makes it more intense, I guess, let's say, when it comes to the actual floor. Kind of a little more fun. So let's go ahead and do that. Everything's set up. We're going to start it around, and let's do this. All right, so here we are, Bethpage Black. We're on hole number 1. It's a par 4. As you guys see, these graphics look real. I mean, look at the sky. It looks legit. Look at the trees. It actually has little leaves on it. And what's really cool is we're going to have some fun. So here on the menu, we have lots of choices. We can use mulligans if we wanted to. You can use Caddy Plus. They'll kind of help you tell you what to do for your shot. Here we can view or hide the graph on the ground. We don't have to do that too. There's also the button on the floor. We can do the same thing. Here you can view your target. If we had a target area we're aiming for. Location, you can view your green lie. What you look at the big monitor here, it's kind of coming you top down. It shows you sloping. Look at that, crazy? That's crazy. Yellow to blue showing the slope. Turn that off. So there's a lot of information here on the screen. You can also change your tee height up on top. So if I don't be 1.2, maybe I want a 1.4. What's going to happen is the ball is going to move up a little bit. That's nuts. Here again, you can see a lighter version of the map and what we're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my driver. Okay, so now let's go ahead and hit this out in the middle of the fairway. I got my driver here. All right, so a little bit of a fade to the right. Don't like that. 230 distance carry. It's not the best shot in the world, but pretty realistic for me. So right now I'm in the rough, right? So what we're going to do is you can see that the hole is actually 164 yards out, and there's trees in the way, and we're in the rough. Now, the way the system works is the ball is on the tee, but we're not actually be hitting it from the tee. And if we hit it from the tee or the regular fairway, we get a penalty added on the distance of the ball. Now, you're probably asking you, how does it know? Because of the cameras. The cameras actually know where the ball is located, number 1. But 2, will calculate what's happening with the shot and give you that penalty on the screen. So right now we're in the rough, not the thick stuff, the normal stuff. So we're going to go ahead and move right here. Now it says we're in the blue, we're ready to go, and we're about 164 yards out in the rough. Let's see if I can get it back on the fairway. Come on, baby. Oh, that rough ate it up. Come on, come on, come on. Am I on the green? Oh, we're at the edge. Holy smokes. All right. So I'm on the fairway. It's telling me to chip. So what I'm going to do is I'm off the tee. We're going to put on the regular fairway. It gives the blue light so you're not going to get a penalty. Right now I'm about 21 yards out from the hole, and it's uphill. But as you can see, the ball, the green's actually coming back down. So I'm going to hit a nice little chip shot. Oh, a little bit of that grass. What I love too is how this ball returns right back. The next ball is ready to go. I'm not wasting any time, and I get the putt. So, putting for par.
2.5 cups.
23 feet. It's breaking left. As you guys can kind of see too, it has the lines are kind of moving to the left, from right to left. So what I'm going to try to do is make this putt in the red direction. Now you guys can't maybe not quite see it. There's a red dot right here on the ground, which is where I'm supposed to be aiming for this to work. So that's actually the straight shot. So I can move the ball anywhere I want, and the line moves too. So it's not like you're lining up your shot. It's like the line's actually moving and showing the direction you need to hit this putt. So what is this? 23 feet. Okay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh my gosh. Hey, bogey on the first hole at Bethpage Black, that's probably not real life for me because I'd be freaking out if that actually happened. But let's go ahead and have a little more fun here. Let's get one in the sand and kind of see what that's like and show you how intense this can be when playing on a really hard lie or a really hard area. So let's go ahead. See if there's any sand. There's sand before the bunker here on the shot. So I'm going to do real quick. We'll hit another drive. So we can get out in the fairway again. That's awesome. I'm very happy with that drive. I got about 250 carry. And now we're going to try to purposely get it in the sand. So the sand's short. We're about 90 yards to the edge of the green, 89 to the bunker. I'm going to hit a sand wedge. And I'm going to try to get this thing in the sand. And look at that. Look how we're already tilted back. This is crazy. I mean, we're up about probably 2 inches right now. And if you look at the screen too, it's actually angled as well. But let's go ahead and purposely get this in the sand. All right, come on, be short, be short, be short. Yes, I'm in the sand. Exactly what we wanted to do. As you guys can see, we're in the sand. Now here is where things are going to get really, really interesting. So it says I'm in a green bunker. And as you see in the lower left-hand corner of the screen, I have to pick up the ball and actually drop it onto the yellow area, or I'm going to drop it to the white area, which is a green bunker. So it's actually a really thick bunker. If it was, the ball would sink in even further. But we're in the white, thank goodness. And I have a 31-yard chip to the green, 15 yards to get it out of the sand. But let's check this out and see how realistic this actually is.
Good job.
What's really cool is when the club's going through this, it's so soft, it actually feels like you're going through sand. That's so crazy.
To the right.
I mean, the way this thing works, I've never seen anything like it. And honestly, this is probably the coolest simulator I've ever been on. So again, we'll go ahead and put this out. It says I'm 14 feet from the hole. We'll aim for the red dot and be a little bit, same distance as last time in terms of stroke. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Well, that's what I have to work on, is my putting. That's 2 missed putts, 2 pars, got bogeys, and you know what? That's how it works sometimes. To be honest, I'm just really blown away at the GolfZone TwoVision golf simulator. It is the most realistic golf simulator I have ever been in. Now, if you want to play one for yourself, then you can find them at your local GolfZone Social. So there's links down below to check it out. But if you want to see what we thought of the SkyTrack ST Plus, one of the most popular budget golf simulators of the year, then check out this video right here where we put it to the test. And I'll see you guys in the next video.